There are greats, there are goods, there are okays. Then, above all of those, it's the legends, the lifers, the ones who aren't going anywhere, the ones that blow your mind and then they blow it again. And I want to welcome to the show one of those. It's two members of the band, the Vampire Weekend. We have Ezra Koenig and Chris Tomson. I'm saying it like I don't know you. Yeah. I'm saying it like I'm reading it off a piece of paper. How are you doing?
We're not bad. Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm 5 hours in on this now. 5 hours.
Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. So now when I hear your name, I only pictured to be like Ezra Koenig, like because of oh wow, it's already falling apart. Oh no.
The radio,
because of the radio.
My internet radio show,
your
Time
radio
Crisis.
Show.
Yeah.
Time Crisis. Boy, this is not good. That 5 hours in, I'm missing. The thoughts are just not connecting. No. So I hear it. Well, Time Crisis is one of my favorite podcasts. It's so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
It's a little unfair that you do that. You do what you do, and then suddenly you do that. Where I'm just like, well, this is what I do, and I can only do this.
Oh no!
And then suddenly you're just like, I can do it too.
No, we're a pale imitation. We're a bi-weekly internet radio show. You're a broadcasting legend.
Well, you're very sweet to say that.
I mean, I do always say, I grew up in the WFMU broadcasting range.
Right?
Huge influence in my life. You're an absolute legend.
Because you were in Glen Ridge.
That's right. Yeah.
And where were you again, Chris?
I was in a small town, I believe, out of the broadcast range, but still New Jersey. I was in Imlaystown, which is close to Six Flags Great Adventure.
Sure. Exit 7A. 7A on the Turnpike. Jackson.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Did you like Great Adventure as a kid? Six Flags Great Adventure?
It was all right. I think my experience is a little bit clouded because I was a lifeguard at the water park for the summer after high school.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of it really showed me behind the scenes.
Okay.
It's hard to really appreciate it like I used to be able to.
Because you knew how the sausage was made, as they say.
The Hurricane Harbor sausage.
Yes. Yeah. Did you like Great Adventure, Ezra?
I didn't go that much growing up, coming from North Jersey, but I did go like a lot of New Jersey high school students.
Like science fair or whatever?
Yeah, Physics Day.
Physics Day, that's right.
So I learned a lot about physics.
Physics Day.
Our physics teacher was cool. So when we went on Physics Day, he basically said, do whatever you want.
Okay.
No calculations?
Don't try to calculate anything. Okay. Yeah.
It's a day to put down the protractor.
That's right.
And just ride some rides, guys.
That's exactly.
Just let's have some fun. So the Jersey thing, we've talked about it before, but I'm always going to talk about it. I feel like I would not be where I am at if I did not come from New Jersey, because it kind of, there's a very specific kind of shape that it gave where I was and where I wanted to go, because you would just see New York, but you weren't from New York. You just knew it's like
big difference.
I am so close to like arguably the coolest place on earth, maybe.
Yeah.
And everything's happening like through that tunnel. Everything's happening, but I'm on the other side of that tunnel. It's like you're so close, but so far away. What were some of the things that you, as a kid, what were your first New York experiences?
I mean, probably other than like kid, like with the parents, like some holiday, I saw the big tree, things like that. It's definitely like, I mean, it was all concerts for me.
Yeah.
Like that was what would pull me through the tunnels.
Sure.
I think, and largely, let's say improvised music.
Okay.
We'll just call it that.
Improvised musics.
Let's just call it that.
Wetlands type music?
Wetlands.
So you'd go through the Holland Tunnel.
Yeah.
And you were almost there.
Pretty much there.
You were.
I remember it was very confusing navigating that exit and the because there's that big curve right there with all the and especially as a 17-year-old, like
it was the absolute worst. Trying to figure out, you drive in and you're like, it's this way, and instead you're like, oh no, I'm about to leave the city again. Like I'm on the road too far right. I'm going back through the tunnel. No. But
I really agree with you of the New Jersey thing. Even though I think North Jersey, I was a little bit maybe insulated because I was in horse farm country out there in Central Jersey, but it's sort of like a chip on your shoulder, but it's also aspirational because you're so close. I've always been very proud to be from New Jersey, and what it kind of like makes you figure out, I think.
Mm-hmm. So it was one of those first shows that drew you in. What's the first show you saw by yourself?
By myself. Ooh.
No parental guidance. No, because look, did I see The Fix at Six Flags Great Adventure? I did.
Okay.
Did they play at 4 p.m? Yes.
In that little amphitheater spot?
Yeah, they had that weird thing next to the log flume. I remember we were waiting in line for the log flume, hearing them like sound check and just kind of being like,
this is sick.
This is going to be the greatest thing I ever saw in my life. And I'm waiting because Great Adventure also had this amazing, the log flume, this one beam was just covered in gum. Like every kid put their chewing gum on it, and it was just layers of it. And then they would put like a metal sheet over it that was like non-stick. And then the kids did everything they could to put it in the seams to get the gum to stay.
Nasty.
So first show,
I have to say that probably as we were talking about how confusing and intimidating it was to drive into New York, I probably drove into Philly slightly more than I drove into New York because it was just the Ben Franklin Bridge. It was just a little bit easier.
Yes.
Just a little bit calmer in terms of like a parking and
street
driving
parking
situation.
Yes.
So I want to say, this might not be exactly right. I'm sure some friends could correct me, but the one that's coming to me is a show at the Electric Factory, which I forget who headlined. I think a band called Galactic, which is like a New Orleans kind of jammy funk band. Les Claypool's Flying Frog Brigade,
of course. Yes.
And then I believe this is the same show, but it was a Tenacious D offshoot called Trainwreck.
Yes, that was Kyle Gass's band.
Yes,
which I
with
saw
Lee
with Lee as the lead singer. I saw Trainwreck also. Yeah, and that was
great show.
More power to him. Ezra, what was the first show you bought a ticket for?
Bought a ticket
without
for
the parents.
Well, I remember early days. I had one of my older friends is a big influence in my life. Andre Padlowski, shout out to him. Also, a big Best Show fan. He was super into television in the late '90s, which I always give him credit for. Because I mean, to be a high school student in the 1998 to 99 school year and to be like Marquee Moon as a masterpiece, that was pretty rare.
Yeah, you're jumping the line on that one.
A mere 2 or 3 years later, maybe nothing to write home about, but at that time he was psyched about it. So I don't know what year this would have been, but we saw television at Irving Plaza, which, yeah, I mean, how many times were they reuniting? I don't know.
They on and off. They were on and off for a good long while there, but it was still it's still a special thing to get to see them.
So that's an early memory I have of like, I know there were no parents. We went and we stood up front. And
did you bus or train from Glen Ridge? That's a bus, right?
Or drive. Well, there's a bus or a train. Maybe we drove. So that was an early one, and then sometime later in high school, I remember everybody going to see Radiohead at the Garden. That was like Kid A Amnesiac era.
Okay, sure.
Kid Koala opened.
Wow. Okay.
That was tight.
Yeah. That's when Radiohead was kind of just like it's easy for people to forget now because that's the most accepted sound. It just sounds like, oh, it's one of the stripes on the rainbow for Radiohead. But like at the time, it was like the biggest kind of screw you to like rock that it's like it's easy with time to forget how much of a kiss off they gave, like, because they could have just been U2 if they decided like well, okay, computer, we're going to go up from that, then they're U2 and they could be as huge as they could ever want to be. But for them to like reject that and then still have a #1 album, is still, I remember that SNL performance just being like, well, this is just not what you see on Saturday Night Live. With the
horn section.
The horn section doing national anthem. Yeah. And like Johnny Greenway is like he's on his knees, like doing pedals and all the little electronics, not just like guitar in it for the thing. So it was kind of, it's a crazier thing than like time softens all that stuff. Like it's amazing how certain things, they're just less scary with time. Like I remember like when like Public Enemy was out, when It Takes a Nation of Millions came out, people were terrified about what that represented. And then just with time, it's like, oh, it's the guy with the clock, and it's, you know, it's like, but it's so exciting when the music actually has that, like that edge to it, where people, when you don't know where it's going,
right,
it can be pretty intense. So that, which bands, what's like because you guys have diverse tastes, what's like the scariest? Did you go to hardcore shows? Did you go to anything where you were just like, I might get punched in the face? What's the show like that?
I mean,
Fish. Would it be a Fish show?
Definitely my first Fish show. And I was a newbie coming into the scene. They're like, you know, new kids stay out. New kids stay out. You know, we're full.
Sure.
The lot's full.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked hardcore, but I probably went to like Warped Tour and like some like, honestly, if I'm being quite frank here, third wave ska stuff. Okay. I feel like Ska Against Racism might have been.
Oh yeah, that was in Jersey. The Ska Against Racism. It was a traveling festival, and they played at I think at Montclair State.
Okay.
It was a killer lineup. Toasters, maybe Less Than Jake.
Okay.
That was tight. That's like my first show.
Sure.
But that was in Jersey.
Okay. There was also that bill, they Racists Against Ska. It's a different audience showed up for that one. Now,
that one played in Parsippany or something?
Yeah, that would be more like, where would that be? Where in Jersey would that go down best?
I was trying to think of a town name that's not a dig at Parsippany.
No, look, you can
that
take
was
a
out
shot.
That was out in Buttsville.
Butts, exactly.
Hot Dog Johnny's.
That feels like some Route 46
parking lot of Hot Dog Johnny's.
This is Route 46, Route 23 action. That's what those animals are up to out there. So we're 4 albums deep now, guys.
That's right.
Right.
In stores now.
In stores now.
All 4 are still in stores.
Right.
They are not. They have not been
deleted.
taken out of print.
Yeah.
They are available where you get your music. I have to ask you.
Come on, give us a scoop.
Good stinger.
Thank you. And if you don't want to answer, I'm just going to say to you,
please give us a scoop.
Well, we already put a tiny bit of information out there in our newsletter for our
live vinyl series.
Live vinyl series. It's really for the heads, but I mean, what can we say? What did we already say? We already said that we feel like we're working on something, right?
Okay.
It's very strong material. Can say that.
We're very excited about the songwriting. Probably, I believe the direct quote was 7 of your best 10 songs.
Oh yeah, I believe 7 of the best 10 songs I've ever written.
Okay.
Oh, and it's 10, and it's also just 10 songs.
10. Okay.
That is the scoop, I think.
Yeah.
So 10 songs. Are we stretching out? Are we going to the 8-minute? Because that became the thing. The Sunflower. I'm seeing that, and I'm just like, these guys are going down this is borderline King Crimson up there.
I mean, clocking the Crimson sticker. Well, Sunflower on record is only 2:15.
Yeah.
But it is like, it's such a fun riff to kind of have fun with and stretch. Actually, here's a scoop. We're just working on a new version of Sunflower. That's actually what we have the most fun doing. So yeah, the record, it's close to done.
Okay.
I can't say any timelines. It's close to done. Very strong material. 10 songs. That's all we can say about that. But also, we've been more frequently getting together just to play through stuff, and we have a lot of fun. We've been working on a real hot version of Married in the Gold Rush.
No.
Hold You Now was cranking out too.
We got like a banger version of Hold You Now, and we're always having fun with the old material.
Look, I know I'm not going to hold you any timeline. What will people get first? A new president or a 5th Vampire Weekend album? Not a new president. I mean,
5th Vampire Weekend album.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, our record will be out by January 2025.
Yeah.
So you're saying pre-inauguration?
Wait, that's when they get the president.
Wait,
right?
If it's Biden's second term, though, that gives us an extra 4 years. If you're
True.
Oh, no.
True.
Okay. How about this? New Vampire Weekend album or new next presidential election?
There's many reasons why a presidential election could get pushed or even postponed. No, yeah. But if the VW5.
Good. That's all. Look.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to push. I'm not a bully. This is not gotcha. This is not 60 minutes.
We appreciate that.
I'm not looking to shake it down. And now I can say,
Well, that's a real gotcha moment.
well, that was not a gotcha. No, I mean, it's.
And that's you got.
No, I don't have a that was thanks for the scoop button.
Yeah, like a.
I do have this one.
Baby wants a scoop.
I don't like that one. That's
I love that.
That one's rough.
Clown horn.
Look, maybe the album's called Baby Wants a Scoop.
You Vaseline's fan?
Oh yeah.
I just randomly was listening to Molly's. It was like popped into my head. I was like driving in the car. My son was like, "What song are you singing?" I was like, "It's called Molly's Lips." And what, you want to hear it? And then I just forgot how much they have that
horn. It's like yes, Molly's.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm gonna say, if you look on that list, don't say it out loud. You see halfway down the first column, the one with the 12 next to it. There's the second one with the 12 next to it. Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
wow.
Yeah, that's a weirdly super exciting one for me on this show.
Yeah.
That's one of the all-timers for me. Yes, the Vaselines are so underrated, and it was so exciting because they were like dirty in a very kind of like twee scene. They were just like outright singing about people making love. You know what I mean? Like they were like, for example, Rory Rides Me Raw was one of the songs. And no, they're great. And, you know, Nirvana covered 2 Vaseline songs. 3.
Oh, right. Jesus Don't Want Me for a Sunbeam.
Jesus Don't Want Me for a Sunbeam. Molly's Lips. And they did 3 because they did Molly's Lips on a single. Then they did 2, right? Oh my God. Help me, chat. With the Vaseline's covers.
Kiss.
That's Molly's Lips.
Yeah, wait.
Son of a Gun was the other one they did. Yes. 3 Vaseline songs Nirvana covered. Yeah.
Did they do the full clown horn in their cover?
No.
There was no clown horn to be found.
Yeah, it was from a John Peel session.
Yes.
On Incesticide.
And somebody's saying they did not cover Feel Like Making Love. The Vaselines did not write Feels Like Making Love. Just
to clarify.
Just to clarify for the audience.
Nirvana, lots of great covers.
Yeah, they did have great covers. I got to see them at Maxwell's. Nirvana.
You saw Nirvana at Maxwell's?
I saw Nirvana at Maxwell's. It was a co-headlining bill with Tad. Sub Pop recording artist Tad.
Okay, were they flip-flopping? Who actually went last?
Nirvana headlined. Tad was better.
But this
Nirvana.
is pre Nevermind?
Pre Nevermind. Yeah,
Whoa.
this is
Tad blew him off the stage.
This is post Bleach, pre Sliver single.
Whoa.
Yeah. Look, I'll just say Bleach. That's the best Nirvana album. I'm sorry.
It's good.
It's one of the most willfully stupid records ever made. Like if they just vanished after that record, people would just be like, "Oh, there's this record. This band is like, they're really dumb." Like the songs, like
he's doing kind of like weird voices on
like
Love Buzz. Yeah.
But it's like they locked into like this. It's so simplistic. Do we almost think the record is skipping at points? Remember the first song was like, "You don't do anything, you don't do anything, you don't do anything." And it's just like, I love when records simulate. That's all I'm going to ask you to put on the next record. A moment where people think the record's skipping. Like think of these John Spencer.
Honey, Spotify isn't working.
Yeah. Where they're just like,
is it the Wi-Fi?
Put in a fake Spotify commercial, pretend like
yes, that'd be amazing.
Your credit card has been declined. You're no longer paying for Spotify Premium.
Yeah.
It's a classic Eminem moment. Oops, my CD just skipped. Remember that?
Was that a full-on sketch?
No, it was a moment in the song where he goes,
"Oh yes,
my CD just skipped, and everyone heard you let one rip."
What would you think I'm going to offer this. You take it for what you will. I will help write sketches for the next album. If you want to have like, I picture something like this. It's like, you guys are just like, look out, like he's here, he comes, like the feet, like the sketch,
okay.
like this, like it's like look out, MF, and then like one of your songs starts next.
Okay,
like that starts the album, like just, like okay, I'm reloaded, like the world is mine, like Scarface quotes,
right?
And stuff. And then just Vampire Weekend, normal Vampire Weekend starts.
I mean, I think if we can get the Stinger producer, if we can, I don't know if that's you or okay,
I can find
it's
him.
Actually, it's not. There was, I don't want to get too into details, but I was toying with a movie sample at the beginning of one song. I decided not to, but there might be room for something original. When also I heard you've been getting into the live show sketch writing business for rock concerts.
Yes,
we could maybe use some of that.
I said it. Look, we're talking about people not saying things they said publicly. I think I said this. I helped MGMT with their Just Like
speaking
Heaven
of
show.
Speaking of legends.
Oh yeah, no, it was talk about two bands going for that album number 5.
That's true. Yeah,
they're going for number 5. And I heard number 5. I heard number 5.
Oh, you heard it?
That's my scoop.
Oh yeah, baby wants a scoop. Now these babies want a scoop.
Give us a scoop.
I just gave a scoop. I heard the 5th MGMT album, and I know the name of it, and the fans are guessing it. I also guessed the name of your album when everybody was like FOTB.
Oh, right.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
I got it. I was just like, it's probably Father Bride, and then like reading people go for of the benefit.
Yeah,
and, like people just like watching, guessing, and I'm just like, oh, you.
This one, the next one's going to be harder to get, but we will give you a scoop of the letters.
Okay,
that's a good scoop.
What are the letters? Let's see.
No. Sorry, not now.
Not now. Okay, you come on when you're ready.
Yes, and we'll give you the letters.
You give me the letters.
Unveil the letters.
And if this audience gets it,
they're
not going to get it. Don't worry. It's look, I'll just say I'm such a huge fan, and it is so exciting watching a band just take their time, do it right. Like George Michael said, right? If you're going to do it right.
If you're going to do it right.
That'd be such a great cover. Wouldn't that be great? I'm Your Man.
You know what? I saw Culture Club at the Hollywood Bowl a few weeks ago, and they were doing their kind of throwback 50s song, Church of the Poison Mind.
Yeah.
And then they went into I'm Your Man.
Wow.
And it was like a great vibe. Like when they went, and also Morrissey was in the crowd.
Okay.
And Boy George kept like kind of talking about him being there, and I have a feeling he left because he got uncomfortable. But anyway,
like in a loving way or in a taunting way,
I think in kind of a sweet way, but I feel like he probably didn't want people like knowing. So I walked past him, so I clocked him, but then Boy George kept being like, and Morrissey's here, and he said it like a few times, and then by like the 3rd time, he's like, oh, he must hate me, and he's like, but Morrissey's here, and he like made a few references to like Smith's song names and things like that. But anyway, when they went into I'm Your Man, people went nuts because it was like kind of an 80s loving crowd.
That's amazing. Also, the Gorch is a guy who's called the show over the years. He was the guy Fonzie was based on. He called earlier and wants to be the singer of Vampire Weekend. And hello, best show.
Hey, it's me.
There, it's the Gorch. You're back. Well, you're here. You said
introduce me or what?
Am I going to introduce you? Yes, this is Ezra and this is Chris from Vampire Weekend.
What's up, Gorch?
Hey, Gorch.
Hey.
You got it, buddy?
I do. Well, look. Obviously, I was wrong. I was under the impression that this Ezra cat was leaving the band. He's clearly not.
He's not leaving the band. No.
Okay. Well, hear me out. I got a great idea that's going to make us both as rich as skunks.
Okay.
Great.
Check it out. I was listening to some of your songs, and there's a real dearth of chain fighting in your songs.
There is a dearth of chain fighting.
Chain fighting.
Chain fighting.
Right.
Yes. It seems to be.
So,
yeah.
Look, you guys dressed like the 4 freshmen, right? Like real L7. All right. So
historically, that's been true. Yes.
Okay. Here's what we do. We do an old-fashioned rumble song.
Okay.
Get a little tougher.
Yeah. Preps versus greasers.
Okay. That's
right?
That's a great
I sing
idea.
a verse. I sing a verse. You sing a verse. Back and forth. It'll be great.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna win the chain fight though?
Yeah. How does the song end?
Mutual destruction.
But look, this song is going to be wild. It's going to be like that film, The Outsiders, but with 50% more chain whipping and 50% less C. Thomas Howell.
So not even C. Thomas Howell will be involved in some capacity.
Somehow we're going to get
just half as much as from The Outsiders.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got to be involved.
Okay. Well, look,
Yeah. Well, like.
What's that, Roland?
So, I'm just spitballing, but I don't know, a first line could be something like, I came home last night with preppy skin encrusted in my chain. And then you would sing something, I don't know, something like that. What do you think?
I think that would be perfect.
I think the next album just went up to 11 songs.
I
love it.
That's the closer, and maybe we could finally win over some of the chain fighting community.
Who have notoriously,
they've always hated us. Let's keep it
You've
real.
yet to get them on board.
Yeah, we've had the preps, but
it's one of the constituencies we've really been trying to reach out towards lately.
Yes. Well, this sounds like a match made in heaven. Yeah.
I think it is too. All right. Hey guys, look, I got to bail. Some dillweed's leaning on my rascal.
Okay. Yes. Well, take care of business, Roland, and be safe.
Okay. All right.
It was a pleasure.
All right. Hey, asshole, get away from that.
Hey, there we go. Final thing, I will let you escape. I'm wearing a shirt. It's not a Lakers shirt. I know everybody's because it's probably not seeing this part. Oh, Tom's wearing a Los Angeles Lakers shirt. No, I'm wearing a Los Angeles Tapers shirt, which is, Chris, this is your...
This is we play
band.
Improvised musics as previously mentioned. We are
choice.
Southern California's fastest growing new jam band.
Yes,
and we are actually going on tour on the East Coast to the FMU listener broadcast range this weekend.
Okay,
2 nights at Union Pool, starting off, and then up and down. We're playing a barn.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing Woods' Fest in a couple weeks, which will be very fun. That's kind of the end of it. And
who's in the band? Is Alex in the band?
Alex Bleeker, also a long time. Actually, all 4 people are from the FMU broadcast range.
That's amazing. And what's the guy's name? The keyboard.
Zach, who's a very big best.
No, that dude
is he from Jersey too?
He is, yeah.
Wow.
He is.
I only do business with people from the tri-state
That's
area.
right. Wait, but Dave is from...
He's from the city, but what are you going to do?
It's New Jersey adjacent.
Yeah.
Whenever anybody says the city, it shows that's
right. Yes.
That's how you secretly prove your New Jerseyness.
Right.
You're just like,
they're from
capital
the city. Capital C.
The city. The I went to Choice Fest, which was last year. It was amazing. And this keyboard dude, this guy is like a wizard. He plays with like John Anderson from Yes.
Like when he was like before he was out of high school or like when he was a teenager still. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wild. Well, please tell everybody in the Choice, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Sure. Please tell everybody at the Choice I send my regards.
I absolutely will.
And I really appreciate you both coming by and talking. And
thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for having us.
You're one of all-time favorites, and it's exciting to see you keep doing it. And like I said with the Wham thing, if you're going to do it right.
That's
and
right.
That's what you do. So, Ezra Koenig, Chris Tomson, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, good
thanks.
luck.
I have ways to go. What do I...
Lots of good stuff. I'm not going to say anything, but...
no, that's a crazy list. I don't know what to do with some of these names. Yeah.